How's it going today, everyone? This is Sage, and we're coming at you guys today with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch, and boy do we have some oddities today. First off, I want to start with Asa, the Earth Channeler Starlight out of Power of the Elements. As you guys know, Starlights are all kind of trending downward because of all of the reprints, the quarter centuries that are coming out. However, this one is officially under $20 for this single LP copy. Kind of ridiculous. Yes, it's unlimited, but yes, it's a Starlight. It's just kind of insane to see Starlights this low. And that's like not even the worst thing either. There's several Starlights, if we look here, that are under $30. Like this Messiah. This thing spiked at one point. I think it was for super heavy, but correct me if I'm wrong. Alpha, obviously this has the quarter century print, so this, should be a little lower. This is pretty useless from what I understand. Same with Miradora. Lunar Eclipse, I don't think I've ever seen this get played at all. Chariot Carry is kind of wild because this was 150, 175 when it released. Firewall Dragon Singularity, again, Mathmech's kind of not in the format with Circular being gone, so makes sense that this is so low. The Nouvelle Girl, the original waitress that we got, this thing has always been a really, really cheap Starlight. The one I'm kind of shocked to see is Leviathan Dragon and also Alba Lenatus. This card was, what was Alba Lenatus, like 120, I think 100 to 120 for a while. But again, it's not being played at all. Ira Sword Soul, this thing has a quarter century. Same thing with Blackwing Armor Master. This card again was over $100. For a while, the low Starlights were stuff like Snowl and the Petitiel Couverture, and I think Miradora was pretty low for a while, and so was Messiah. I don't know if they'll even bother trying to bring these back. Also, this is kind of funny with the Ultimate Slayer being about 50. Blackwing Dragon coming in at 61. I'd be fine if they got rid of Starlights. I know some people like the chase, but I don't know. I feel like we can live without it. Another really weird card to be spiking is Silent Burning. If you guys didn't know, this got reprinted in Rarity Collection 2, or Silent Magician and Silent Swordsman got reprinted in Rarity Collection 2. But this is a card specific for Silent Magician. As you can see, this has been trending upward as we got toward the release of Rarity Collection 2. Yes, look at the recent sales. $15, $16. You have 3 copies on the market, $25 minimum. Yeah, let that sink in. So let's read this. During the battle phase, if you control a Silent Magician monster and have more cards in your hand than your opponent, each player draws until they have 6 cards in hand. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. You can banish this card from grave. Add 1 Silent Magician monster from your deck to hand. I assume they're using something with Silent Magician 0. I don't really know the tech choice here. I could probably see this getting reprinted in OTS. This seems like prime candidate. However, it's like a super, so I could see it like as an OTS common. But this was an interesting little one that I thought would be helpful to point out. It comes out of Duelist Pack Rivals of the Pharaoh. I wasn't around when this set came out, so if you guys have any bulk from that set, go ahead and dig through it. It's a super, so. Revolution Synchron. This thing's also tanking pretty hard. I assume because of Baron Borreload Savage ban, having this just isn't as beneficial as it was with those 2 monsters being in format. You can get these for sub 20, and this is only going to go down once Megatons come out. So if you need Revolution Synchron, pick up your copies, I guess, because it is really cheap. However, if you wait 3.5 more months, it'll probably be reprinted in tins too. Same thing with Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon. The ultra rare is currently under $20 and tanking. We can see 124 listings. Get past all the OCG listings. 15 non-verified, and then we got 17 as the lowest verified. That's kind of insane. This card was, what, $50 for a while, I think. Yeah, pretty close. So I remember picking these up before this spike back in March, April of 2023. I picked my 2 copies up for $15 each. So we're getting to a point now where it's about what I paid for it a year and change ago. I can't be too mad about this. This card, again, with Baron gone, having this to bring back your level 2 tuner to go into a level 10, it's just not as impactful anymore. Baron was by far the best Synchro 10 that any generic deck could go into, as long as they can make a Synchro 10. Tier Cash. So we had the planets reprinted in Rarity Collection. This will probably receive a reprint in the Megatons. However, this is spiking. More people getting access to the field spells for both Cash and Tier makes them want to go in and play those corresponding decks. So we can see 44 listings. You're paying about $17 a copy on this. This I don't even think is the highest. Yeah, it was up over $20 at one point. It's on its way there now. But if we go all the way back, what was this spike for? Was this for Cash? I think this might have been Cash. I can't remember exactly though. My timeline's a little funky. Yeah, 44 copies, 44 listings on this. Same kind of situation here with Rise Heart. This is also spiking a little. 36 listings on this. Last sales $17.35, $12.95, $14.50. About $15 for your Rise Hearts. Again, this is probably going to be reprinted in the Megatons, just like with the last tins. We got Fenrir, Unicorn, Ogre, Shangri-Ira. What else did we get? Birth. And I think that was all we had in Dabble. Everything else came later. It's pretty safe to think that this, Tier Cash, and Kashtira Theosis will all be reprinted. A Rise Heart probably won't since he's banned, but still. Pardon me. Let's move on to the next card, Kashtira Theosis. Again, it's spiking. The planets got reprinted. Planets were $20+ a piece. They were a barrier to entry for the deck. Value has to go somewhere, so it's going into Tier Cash, Rise Heart, and into Kashtira Theosis. 41 listings on this. In total, about 25-ish post-tax is what you're looking at. If you want to place that, you'll have to pay 26 each. Again, just hold off. If you can avoid playing Cash until Megatons come out, you'll be a lot better off. That's my recommendation. I want to get into some little promo stuff. I have a big Whatnot show coming up on June 1st at 7 p.m. Central. That's this Saturday from the time you're seeing this video. If we look at my Buy It Now, I have cards like Astral Pack Card Trooper, Astral Pack Graph, Gamma Seal Secrets, Crystal Wings, and Omegas that I got caught bag holding. Dupe Frogs, the commons. I have a ton of those, a ton of Flip-Flops and Unifrogs and Swap Frogs. We also have some pretty big hitters if we search ulti. Chthonian Soldier is a little small ulti. Herald the Purple-Light First Ed ulti. Sky Scourge Norlaris ulti on Limb. Also Blackwing Elf and the Raven, Exploder Dragonwing, Crusader of Endymion. And then the other ones down here. Let me disappear for a sec. Necrogardna, First Ed ulti, and Infernity Doom Dragon. And then we also have some Quarter Centuries available. Featherstorm, Herald, Iris, Soravis from Rarity Collection 2. And we also have a ton more listings that we're going to be putting up between now and Saturday. So I highly recommend clicking the link down in the description, following me on Whatnot, and joining the show on Saturday. I'm only doing the Whatnot card show for one day. This is a 4-day event. It actually starts today. As you guys are seeing this video, May 30th. It starts today, and it goes through the 30th, 31st, 1st, and 2nd. So big 4-day event. Use my link down in the description if you guys haven't joined Whatnot, and you guys can get a $15 credit to use on my show on Saturday. I would highly appreciate it. And then let's get into some other promos. If you guys come over to my link tree, you guys can find the link for the Whatnot show at the very top. However, scroll down just a little bit and you'll see this little semi-limited podcast episode link. Mr. Player X invited myself and good old friend of the channel, Team Sakuraso. You guys may be seeing him in an upcoming Market Watch in the future. Invited us on to talk about our thoughts on Rarity Collection 2, missed reprints, the reprints that we could have done without, and some future potential with cards that didn't get the reprint. Also, we talked about the new sleeve and playmat policy in place for Europe and a few other things. So I highly recommend going down to the Linktree, clicking on this link for the semi-limited podcast and going over to their Linktree, which will also be down in the description, and following them on social media. They do a ton of giveaways. Their last giveaway was a box of Phantom Nightmare, I think was the last one, and I think they just sent off a box to Vengeful Shadows of Legacy of Destruction to give away on his channel. So highly recommend. I've been supporting those guys for almost as long as their podcast has been around. Love Player X, and of course love Team Sakuraso. We do a lot of work with him and Jay. We got Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic. If you guys haven't been paying attention to this quarter century is giga low right now. If you guys collect Dark Magician and you guys want high rarities of stuff, ignore this $44.99 because that's not the price you'll pay if you get it right now. You're going to be paying 17 bucks, 18 bucks, 18 and a half probably post-tax. And if you have some kickback from the last kickback event that TCG Player did, you're paying even less. Ignore this $44.99. That's some Billy Bob coming in. Shout out to Jay for the terminology. But yeah, $18 for a quarter century high rarity of Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic. It's this plus Curse of Dragon. It seems really cheap for what it is. A high rarity DM card. Next card we're going into is Saurus. So I do have one of these for sale on the Whatnot show this week. However, this thing is kind of low on listings. 25 listings. You're sitting about $12 a copy. Core TCG and Ideal 808 have a few copies up. Gamer's Choice has a small wall. Well, small wall. It's Gamer's Choice. Of course, they're going to have the biggest wall when a new product drops. But yeah, slowly trending upward to 20. If you guys play Voiceless, I think Voiceless runs this at 1. I want to say 1. So just pick up your 1 copy. It's 12 bucks. It's not going to hurt the bank or anything. Speaking of hurting the bank, Secret Rares from Rarity Collection 2. You can literally get playsets of any of these for under $10. It's kind of crazy. I would highly recommend taking a look at stuff like Phantasme, which has 34 listings. Other stuff like Pot of Duality, which this card, if you guys are unaware, Pot of Duality has not had a cheap foil print in quite a while. The cheapest was, I want to say the super rare, the tin super rare, at like $2 to $3. However, the King's Court rare was like $1 plus for the longest time. I had a ton of that bulk, and it sold very, very frequently. But you can pick these up for $1.50. It's kind of wild, honestly. Also, Skill Drain Secrets. I honestly think this card is going to get banned. That's my guess. Charge of the Light Brigade. If you guys don't want to pay $150 or whatever an OG secret is from Duelist Genesis, go ahead, pick up your knockoff secret. Nobody's going to judge you. Garura being $1 for a secret. I really like to see that. That card was too expensive for what it was. Guardian Chimera, also $1. Cash Filled Spell, $1. So if you guys really want accessible secrets, DD Crow even being like $2.50 is really, really good. If you guys want accessible secrets, go ahead and pick them up from Rarity Collection. Unchained Soul, Lord of Yama. So Soul of Rage got the reprint in the Rarity Collection 2. Shyama's the other one. Sharvara, the Red Dog, got an OTS Super, I want to say. And this hasn't gotten reprinted yet. So people who are playing Unchained, Yubel Unchained, they have accessible Solar Rage. They have accessible Sharvara. What do they not have accessible of? Their Yubel's got reprinted in all 3 forms. The other stuff is pretty cheap, aside from Nightmare Throne. Where's the value going to go? It's going to go into this. It's going to go into Gustav Max. It's going to go into Lieb. It's going to go into What's the rank 10? The new rank 10 Baron rank 10. Name's slipping me right now, but it just came out in Legacy of Destruction. It's going to go into cards like that, the other cards that the deck would need, because demand is going to go up. You can see this is sitting kind of low on listings, 57, 23 bucks a copy. You can see it was 16 3 months ago. It was $5 6 months ago. It's kind of insane. And if we look at the quarter century, let's change this little filtering. Yeah, you're seeing that right. 180 is lowest listed, while market price is at 126. Don't worry, it gets worse. 184.74 is what you're going to be paying for a near mint quarter century rare of Yama. Unless you want to pick up light plays for 180 and save your $5, you know, it'll just come with a little quarter ding or big old gouge in the side. You know, it's TCG play or light play. It could be anything. But yeah, interesting. You could have gotten this 3 months ago for 70, but now if you want it, you're paying almost 200 after tax. So have fun. I'd rather have my little poverty rarity instead of paying this much for a quarter century, but you know, I'm just a janitor. Can't really afford too much else. Bone Party. This thing's 30 bucks again. So we saw it go up to 20. I think this day it actually spiked to 45. Chilled out a little bit, and now it's going haywire again. 43 listings, which is kind of wild. And it's still $30+ a copy. Tell me why. I know the new card, what was it, a new fusion that was a painful choice. I know it's good, but is it even performing? I guess I haven't reviewed the new Road to the King article yet, so maybe I should go do that after I get done recording this. Perlili, Ultimate Rare. This was very obvious with the Pearly reprints in Rarity Collection 2. That this card would spike. This is a card that a lot of people have been calling out, saying, hey, if you guys want these, they're $10 a copy. Get your Perlili. Get it. It's $10 a copy. You need 2-3. Pick them up if you're going to play the deck. And if you if you ignored the warnings, they're $25 now. So have fun. And OTS ultis are known to have terrible quality control issues, so good luck. Aromatherapy Jasmine. This was a pretty interesting one that I found. It's sitting like really expensive, 26 for unlims, whereas first ed light plays are going to run you about 26. I guess there's a near mint at 26 also for first ed. 26 to $30. This card does not slow down. It's in desperate need of a reprint. Anytime a plant deck is going to come into the format, this card will get played because it's just that good. So if you have these, if you have any dual power bulk sitting around, feel free to go ahead and try to offload this. I feel like now is probably a good time. This could see an OTS reprint at any time, and now that they have like Ragnaraka out, which is insect plant reptile. I always forget reptile is a type in this game because it's so unimportant. It could possibly see a reprint. I doubt it. They've really ignored this card as a reprint candidate for God knows how long. Protos, I wanted to check back in on this because the last time I had really checked in on it, it was $40+. Looks like we're sitting about 27 to 30 in that rough range. Not too bad. I haven't seen any like high performing deck profiles with Protos. Really the only thing that I know could play this is Sword Soul, and the Baron ban kind of really hurt Sword Soul, so I don't even think this is getting played. Aluber, Jester of Despia, quarter century. This is officially the new high rarity over the OTS ulti. The OTS ulti had significant quality control issues, so if you guys are playing branded, pick up your 3. This is the same price that the ulti was for God knows how long. It's $15. Go ahead and pick up your playset. I think it's fine. This is likely going to have a Fallen of Albaz effect where it's just going to go up as more people start playing the deck. Speaking of, let's go ahead and search our buddy Fallen of Albaz up. Yeah, this thing's like $30. And you can see, if we go back all the way, It was sub 15. Before people were like, hey, you know, I kind of want to bling out my branded deck a little. So don't wait. Branded's a fan favorite. It's going to keep getting support. And yeah, it's likely just going to follow the same path that Albaz did. Up, up, up. Lightsworn Dragonling. It's another one I wanted to touch on because this card is a little higher than I remembered it being at 15, 16. This card's sitting about $18 now. Several playsets available at the $18 range, though. So if you guys are looking to play any of the new Lightsworn variants, you can find a pretty accessible playset for about $60. Not too bad. There was a Lightsworn Runic deck that somebody was talking about. I think I need to check that out. That sounds kind of fun. Dark Magician from Battles of Chaos, a Bandai art. You missed your chance if you skipped out on this, man. This thing's gone. This thing's up, and away. $140 for near mint. This thing was $60, $70. Forever. Like, for so long. You missed it. If you didn't buy it, have fun spending over $100. Like, what more can I say? A collector card like this? Yeah. You missed out. What can I say? I also missed out. I didn't pick this up because I wasn't really interested. However, I did recently start collecting the Bandai cards, so that's kind of cool. Speaking of Dark Magician, I wanted to touch up on Mahad, which hasn't seen a reprint. Copies are kind of low on all three of these printings. About $11 on the Secret, Ultra sitting about $5, and the Gold sitting about $5. This hasn't gotten a reprint outside of the movie pack at all, and I don't know why. I guess it has this promo, but we're ignoring the promo because peasants aren't going to have the blue secret rare promo, you know. But yeah, I don't know why this card hasn't been reprinted. Soul Servant Secrets. These are also climbing with the release of Magician Souls and Illusion of Chaos. People are going to want to play Dark Magician. People are always going to want to play Dark Magician, and this is looking about $9 a copy. Lowest verified near mint is $11.50. However, you can pick up a playset from this seller for less than $10 a copy. I don't know what's up with their ratings. They just had too many negative ratings in the last X amount of time and lost their verification badge. I don't know. Don't know how that works, but yeah, Soul Servant Secrets are going up. This has an Ultra, doesn't it? Yeah, Magical Hero. Same set that Magician Souls came out in. We'll check it out. Yep, this has also been climbing. Again, Magician Souls getting the reprint. Value has to go somewhere. So sitting about $11 on Unlims. Near mints are closer to $12 on the first eds. Not too bad. And then we just pop right back to the beginning. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys could go ahead and click that Whatnot link in my description, go bookmark the show. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to have a ton of product. Let me just show you guys here. Skim through the end real quick. There's all the swap frogs, the other frogs. Moonlight Dragon, if you guys are trying to play Tenpai, Crimson Dragon. There's my Omegas, some quarter centuries, Herald, First Ed Ulti, First Ed Necro, Sky Scourge Unlim. We're going to have a ton of heat available, including, these are not, you know, in my spreadsheet. This is LOB Unlimited Blue Eyes. Look at the set code, if we can get it to focus. LOB001. This is not 25th anniversary LOB. This is original LOB Unlim. $50 card, easily. We also have stuff like Thrust, Emblem of Oath. Got another Thrust and a Jasmine. Got a lot of heat here ready. I'm really excited for this show. It's almost to the level of the high rarity show that we did a couple weeks prior. I have a couple more stops to make. Tomorrow on Friday, I gotta go pick up some more inventory for the show. And then spend all day Friday and half the day Saturday listing stuff for the show. We're also going to be doing some dollar starts. I have some dollar starts over here. These aren't dollar starts, but again, more cards that are going to be on the show. Look forward to seeing you guys there. Take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.